Yes, it is time. It is absolutely time. Time for this Q&A to get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. My late... I did put late there, right? Yep. Late B-Day Q&A live stream. It has been like 2 weeks since I've announced that I'll be doing this live stream. And here I am, doing it for you guys. My B-Day was over on the... my, live stream... I mean, not my live stream. I did announce that... TV... Stop it with that TV stuff. Happy belated birthday. I don't know what belated means, but hey, that's... I guess that's funny. Howdy, Nico. Welcome, Leafeon, to the live stream. Welcome, AA Fusion YT. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome, Ninx, to the live stream. And welcome, Cinnabon, to the live stream. Happy late B-Day, Nico. Thank you so much, Leafeon. My B-Day was over on the 17th. I am now 22, and I earlier announced that around then that I would be doing this. Do I have something in the middle of my... No. I think that's just a scab. Yeah, that's a small scab. Anyways, though, I did announce that I was going to do this live stream about a few days before my B-Day because my birthday was on the day I was going to start my week off. Because I took, as you all know, I took a week off, but I still had posts being posted because I had videos made about a week beforehand. And of course, after I came back, I had to wait until this Tuesday when I normally do my live streams to, of course, get it started. So yeah, it's a very late birthday-related live stream. But hey, I wanted to do my first ever Q&A on this channel, and I'm happy to give you guys that. My first ever Q&A. I did make a community post saying you guys give me as many questions as you want. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at that actually, and I'll make sure to show the questions when I pull up this community post. Well, not community. Yeah, well, community post. Yeah. Okay. And just before we get started, of course, hold on. I'm gonna catch up with the live chat here. Happy B-Day. Thank you, Stormy. My gift to you is a sub. Thank you so much, man. Oh, same. Also, you can just call me Fusion. It's easier. All right, Fusion. Dead Pokemon on the shelf. Will you stop it? Will you stop it with your evilness? I mean, yes, they're both not ground type, so they're not a part of Team Earth. And any Pokemon that's not a ground type and or a part of Team Earth shall be expunged. Therefore, there should be more meaning to the term dead Pokemon on this channel as a trend. I just get too much caught up in character as I am the founder and leader of Team Earth. Of course, inspired by Manji TV and his Team Sky, we are natural enemies and rivals. Considering he's a team of the sky and I'm a team of the earth. Any flying type Pokemon shall be dead. Any other Pokemon that's not a ground, rock, or steel type, or can learn dig, or of course has the sturdy ability, shall be known as dead Pokemon. And apparently Freddy on the door is going to be staring at us for the rest of the stream. Yes, he will. He's strewn there on the wall, on my door. I like the post in the background. Yes. Like the poster. Yes. Five Nights at Freddy's, all over. Also, if you guys didn't already know, last night at midnight, they dropped the update for the Ruin DLC. I'm hyped to play it. I did play it last night, and I have a video made already for you guys to see tomorrow. I'll be uploading my first ever Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin DLC video tomorrow. Now, of course, around the same time I started making that video, I saw notifications of Dawko playing it back after back. He's already finished it. That's because he has nothing to lose. Honestly, he has so many subscribers. He could just push out so many videos at once. And honestly, I like to take things a little more slowly. I like to stay with my schedule because I have stuff to do in real life. I have a job and I have to... I've got stuff to do, so I got my schedule. I'm going to stick to the schedule, so I'll have my first ever Five Nights at Freddy's Ruined DLC video up for you guys tomorrow. And these videos are going to range around 20 to 40 minutes, mainly because I do not want to waste you guys' time with multiple different parts. I'm going to try to get through the game as fast as I can. And yeah, that said, go back to the community, the live chat here. I like the poster. Oh, no. So you're obviously not a fan of Shinx. I was a fan of Shinx, but due to it being an electric type, it is weak to ground, meaning Team Earth has once again claimed the W. Also, thank you, Fusion, for that other W. Thank you guys so much for the W's and joining this live stream, honestly. And, I think that's really all I needed to let you guys know, really, cause W Nico. And I think that's really all I needed to let you guys know, is that, well, the DLC's out. I made my first video on it. I played a little bit ahead just to be ready for part 2 that I'll be making and posting on Friday. But part 1 will be up for you guys to watch tomorrow at around 12 in the middle of the day because, as you all know, time zones suck. So I try to post in the middle of my days so that it is very accurate to reaching each of you guys at a time where you guys can obviously watch it. So, yeah. With that said, let's get on to the questions. I am pulled up the community. Hold on. I have pulled up the community. Hold on. Let me do that. I have pulled up the community. And we are going to answer. Oh, wait, hold on. We're going to answer some questions. And that should be big enough because I want you guys to still see a big portion of my face so you guys can see my reactions to these. And there we go. I don't know if you guys can see the comments very well, but I'll be reading them out for you anyways. So let me get this out of the way. Nope. Also, do you like Transformers? Oh wait, how long is the stream going to be? Usually my streams range around 2 to 4 hours, but I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. So this live stream is going to last until about 3, but if I finish my question, if I answer all these questions beforehand, I'll just end it right there after giving a proper outro. So yeah, hopefully I have time to answer all these, which I should. There's more than 10 questions here. There's 10 comments, but each of them have multiple questions. But I think there's some overlaps here. So we're going to start with this top one by Andy Creates. All right. And I'm pretty sure this is just Andrew that's Andrew the Leafeon. All right. So first question of the live stream. Oh, wait, hold on. Do you like Transformers? I used to like Transformers growing up. I'm not really that interested in it anymore. I do have a lot of Transformers. I have Transformer toys, though. So I mean, I think Transformer toys are really cool, so, yeah. Yep, it's me. I mean, obviously, you have the same profile picture. Anyways, which franchise did you start with, FNAF or Pokemon? And which franchise do you enjoy more? So for that question, which franchise did I start, FNAF or Pokemon? If we're talking about, like, non-YouTube, if we're talking about me growing up, it would most definitely be Pokemon. Pokemon is much older than it's much older than Five Nights at Freddy's. And as a kid, I owned a Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance, and the first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Ruby, which honestly, it's extremely relatable. I believe most Pokemon YouTubers or Pokemon people I know or fans always claim that Pokemon Ruby is the first game they play, and it makes sense. And it's a very good game to start with. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Pokemon Ruby is when Pokemon started getting really, really good. So, yeah, if we're talking about in general, I started with Pokemon as a kid growing up. But if we're talking about on YouTube, it's definitely going to be Five Nights at Freddy's. And if we're talking about which franchise I enjoy more, I have more nostalgia for Pokemon, but I do like FNAF more, mainly because I got to grow up with that as soon as it came out. Pokemon was a thing before I was even born, so the fact that I got to I'm an OG Five Nights at Freddy's fan. So the fact that I got to see Five Nights at Freddy's launch and blow up like it did back in 2014 as a kid when I watched those old Markiplier Five Nights at Freddy's videos, like I enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed growing up with it ever since then. Like I'm one of those OGs. Like yes, I enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's. I do enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's more than Pokemon, but I still absolutely enjoy Pokemon as well. In fact, I'm in my Pokemon phase right now, which is why I've brought back my Pokemon live stream series. Also, is my thing's lagging a little bit. Do you see that? My thing doesn't do that very often. But anyways, though, I hope it's alright. It should be alright. Besides, this is just a talking, that's still gonna bother me when I'm looking to my left at my face cam, but still. Alright, that's the first question down. Well, first two questions down. Like, I started with Pokemon as a franchise in general, but FNAF is when I started on my YouTube channel. And then as for which franchise I like more, I do enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's more than Pokemon, but I still enjoy Pokemon. So, yeah. That Pokemon phase. Come on. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to pull up the next one. Alright, and yep, it's you, Ninx. You're next. Coffin Seller Ninx. Well, great. And you have... Ooh my! You've got 11 questions. Alright, let's start. When are you doing the Nuzlocke? Okay, so for those who do not know what a Pokemon Nuzlocke is, Pokemon Nuzlocke is pretty much a harder version of Pokemon where you can only catch the first Pokemon per route. You have to name each of your Pokemon so you grow a bigger attachment to them. And of course, if a Pokemon faints, they are considered dead. And that you must either release them or just keep them in the PC forever. And it is definitely a much harder way to play Pokemon. And that's what a Nuzlocke is. And as for the question, when are you doing a Nuzlocke? Honestly, that actually is going to depend. Because I want to finish my regular Pokemon livestream series first. Because I'm saving Nuzlockes for, like, kind of like a Season 2-ish type thing. Like a Season 2 of my Pokemon livestream series. As it will be, like, a brand new livestream series of Pokemon. Which will probably be my... which I'll probably call my Pokemon Nuzlocke livestream series. Where, for that, I do plan on playing the games in my own order. Doing Nuzlockes on each of them. So there's the answer to your question. I don't really have a complete, accurate answer for that question. I don't know when I'm starting a Nuzlocke. Do expect it to take a while because I want to finish my regular Pokemon livestream series first. And we still got to beat Pokemon Diamond. Yeah, we're on Pokemon Diamond now. And then after that, we've got Pokemon White. Wait, we got Pokemon White. No, we got Pokemon Black and White, and then we got, now I'll be redoing the game, so I'll be doing, Pokemon Emerald, and then I'll be doing Pokemon Platinum, and then end it off with Pokemon Black and White, too. So we still got 4 games to complete, before we can start the Nuzlocke. So, yeah, I have no idea how long that's gonna take. In fact, considering that this live stream is different from my Pokemon live stream series, so do expect me to start my Pokemon live stream series again next week. So we're gonna have to wait another week before we can even continue, because that's 2 weeks we haven't done. Well, technically 3 weeks we haven't done. No, actually no, yeah, 2 weeks we haven't done a Pokemon live stream series. But we did start off Pokemon Diamond. So yeah. Okay, how many plants do you have? Now that's not really a question for me, as it's more of a question for my friend who I live with, considering that he's the one that puts most of the plants out in the back and in the front, because he has hobbies of his own. He loves the garden, and we have many trees, we have many other plants, and concerning the fact that trees technically count as plants, that's really a question for my friend Matt. But if I was to guess, I would say about over 100, because there's so many plants we have. And if I was just going to talk about the trees, like the trees we have, I would say we have about maybe 30, 40 trees. That's it. But like all the plants, probably over 100. Like, oh my god. Like, again, like I said, that's mainly a question for my bro, my friend I live with. So, jeez. Like, that's a lot. But he just does enjoy what he does outside, and I'm all for it. He loves making our house look really nice outside. So, and honestly, playing outside with the dogs is really nice when you have all those plants to look at too. So, anyways, why did you start a YT channel? I started a YT channel because honestly, it started out as a hobby and is still technically kind of a hobby. Like, I just got that YouTube bug, you know? Like, I started making YouTube videos just for the heck of it, and I found a really good joy into it, and it just became a natural hobby that I still do to this day. I love seeing your guys' reactions, your comments, like seeing new subscribers, like new fans hop in, give me their support. It's truly a magnificent experience, and honestly, it's really, really a pleasure to be on YouTube and to make it to where I am now. I'm at like 508 subscribers, which is about halfway towards my dream of getting to 1,000, which is just amazing. I never really thought I'd make it this far, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. And honestly, yeah, that's why I started my channel, just because it was like, I got that YouTube bug. I started making videos. I got a joy out of it, and I enjoyed improving from then to now. You guys would be shocked with how this channel started back then. Me making videos on my phone, even making videos over on even making videos like out on the yard or like in the neighborhood, like, and that's when I was still living down in Florida. Like, good times. Good times, man. So yeah. Anyways, 4. What's your favorite cup? Do we even need to ask? It's green. It's green. My favorite color is green. Honestly, like if we're talking about favorite colors, plural, my favorite colors are blue and green, obviously, black and white, and gold. Those are my 5 favorite colors, but if I was to choose one of them, I would definitely go with green. Green's my most favorite color. My eyes are green, and my channel mascot is also green and blue. My 2 top favorite colors, because blue is definitely my second most favorite color. So, yeah, there's your answer right there. Hold on. I'm going to be making a stream tomorrow, and it's about making a Transformer model kit. Oh, cool! I hope you get there, man. Thank you so much, man. W's for you. W's for you, man. Okay. Also, I don't see many people here, but that doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. And your wallpaper is also green. Yes. Well, not really it's not a wallpaper. The walls are green too. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's also a fact. If you guys didn't know, my room is 4 different colors on 4 of the different walls. Like, behind me is green. Behind me is green. In front of me is red. To my left, it's yellow. And to my right, it's blue. So green, blue, yellow, and red. And I had my friend and I painted the walls this color because of me. Like, my OC colors back then were blue and green, obviously. There was his yellow endo eye, and then he had those red cheeks back then. So, yeah. So, anyways, next question. How and when did you find FNAF? I think I answered that already when I was talking about which franchise I started with. How and when did I find FNAF? I found FNAF back in 2014 when it first arisen, and when it blew up back in 2014 when it first came out. And as for the how, I was a fan of Markiplier playing those horror games back in the day, and I found a notification of him playing Five Nights at Freddy's, quote, his first part 1 video, which was the only video he had up at the time, called Scariest Game I've Ever Played in Years. And that gave me the Five Nights at Freddy's bug. I was terrified of the game then, and even Bonnie as a kid, and even Bonnie just showing up in the doorway, I was terrified. I jumped in through my phone. I was scared, and I ran to my little sister, and she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, I guess I overreacted." So yeah, that's how and when I found FNAF. Like, I'm an OG. When it first came out, 2014, and found it because of Markiplier. All right. Question 6. How old is Ted? That's an easy one. Ted is about 4. Ted is 4. Goku is gonna turn 5 in November, and then in February, Ted's gonna turn 5. So Ted is almost 5 years old. He's 4 years old. We still got quite a few months before he actually turns 5 months, because His birthday is in February, so like we got like about half a year, but he's about 4.5 years old. So yeah. Okay, as for 7. So, oh wait, question 7. When did you adopt Goku? That is a very wait, when did you make no yeah, no. When did you adopt Goku? Ah, so that's interesting because I mean guessing from how old he is, you can tell when we got him. He's almost 5 years old. He turns 5 in November. And considering that he's 4, we got him about actually we got him about 4 months ago. No, not months ago. We got him about 4 years ago from a German Shepherd dog breeder back in Florida. And as for that, hold on, give me a second. I gotta rub my eyes. And it was only like about 4 years. Hold on. What was the question? What was the and yeah. So about 4 years ago, is when we got him because you can only get a specific dog after they've turned a specific age, unless of course you're breeding yourself. And from the German Shepherd dog breeder, we had to wait until he was a few months old before we could bring him home and adopt him. And yeah, so we got him about 4 years ago, honestly. So yeah. Also, sorry I missed half the questions because I was talking to my family. Oh no, you're good, man. You're good. Talk to your family. Family is what's important. It's more important than YouTube. It really is. So hopefully you're having a good talk with your family right now. So don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Anyways, though, when did you? No, not when did. Question 8. When did you make Nico? Ah, my mascot. Now that's interesting. When I first started YouTube, at the time, my mascot was actually a Funtime Freddy. And it was like a specific Funtime Freddy / furry, So like it was a fox furry version of Funtime Freddy. Well, it used to just be Funtime Freddy until art was made where it was just like a fox with purple hair and a white body, kind of like the purple and white body that Funtime Freddy has. And then as time grew, I honestly, because at the time Funtime Freddy was my most favorite character at the time, and then I downloaded an app and created my own mascot. And as for that, it was blue and green, had weird hair and an amateur. It was weird. The app was weird, and it was weird. But once I had my first friend at the time make art of him, I was like, I was like, this is perfect. This is him. And the old version of him was literally just a naked Nico. Actually, if I could pull, I need to pull up a gift actually, because there is a gift I know I have of because I know I have a gift. I have an old gift that was hold on, where is it? That uses this old model, and it was made by a friend of mine back in the day. They don't do YouTube anymore, so it's interesting. Actually, hold on. Their thing's not gonna appear there because they deleted it. So if I go to my playlist and go to gifts, it should appear there. I do believe. I also like how YouTube updated this right here. So the question was, how did I make Nico? Yeah. So it was originally a Funtime Freddy, and then used the NAP to make a weird amalgamation of what my OC would be turned today, and then this is the picture I was talking about. Like this is hold on. Give me a second. I need to go here. This is what I'm talking about. This is what like the very old fox-like OC of mine was back in the day until I made my own. And hold on. I'm thinking about making an intro animation where it's a dragon transforming in robot mode slashing the screen and the transforming into my logo is. Oh, that's badass. That's a badass idea, man. You should go for it, man. Also, and then here we go. I found it. And this was hold on. I gotta find that. Yeah, there we go. This is like beta Nico right here. Well, not really beta Nico. This was Nico at the time. Like, it was just a bland blue and green color scheme. And the interesting part was, he also had, he's covering his cheeks, but he had these, red cheeks. And honestly, That's because of I was in my kid FNAF phase at the time. I like that. That was made years ago. Like, hey. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. That was just playing by itself. But yeah, though. Then that version of Nico was made. It was pretty much like the very bland Nico. Until of course I started making backstory for Nico. Stuff was happening. There's an old future form that was scrapped until just recently, where I made a completely new Nico. A brand completely new hold on, I could probably pull it up. Like you know, a brand new future form of Nico. And I think I have the ref right here of this is the new future Nico right here. This is the new design I decided to go for. This came out I had my friend German make this very not too recently, but pretty recently, like about a month or two ago. And honestly, I think it's really badass. Honestly, I think they nailed the design that I was going for. And of course, there was an old evil. Well, the evil version of Nico did stick for a while until around, I think season or chapter 5 of my backstory for Nico that I decided to scrap him, or well, not really scrap him. I ended his I had it that he dies in the end, near the end of chapter 5 of my OC's backstory, and that's kind of how that happens. So hold on, please read noise. All right, I'll read that in a second. But yeah, though, really cool. Made a whole backstory for Nico, and as for when, like, if we're talking about the oldest version of Nico, like the base one, like about. I think I was 15 at the time, so I'd say like about 7 years ago. That was a while ago. Like, and just things kind of kept stepping up from there, honestly. So yeah, huge backstory on the making of Nico, honestly. And of course, as my backstory in seasons went, I started changing his design more until we have the more present Nico now, which is the future version, and or the version you guys like to draw a lot, the one without the ear, without the arm, with the wire sticking out, and then of course the cape. And oh yeah, and his endoskeleton eye. So yeah. Anyways, that question's finally done. Question 8. Favorite Pokemon? Ahaha. This one should be easy. My favorite Pokemon is Aggron. Aggron's just such a badass Pokemon. It's like a rock iron. It's like an iron dinosaur bear thing, and it's super cool. Like honestly, especially seeing Paul's. This is Paul's Aggron. Like especially seeing Paul's Aggron in the anime, it was just so cool. Like Aggron was just. It's such a really cool Pokemon. And its Steel and Rock typing is also really cool. Especially its Mega Evolution. I lost it when I learned that Aggron was going to be getting a Mega Evolution. And I remember back in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, when I was playing through Omega Ruby and I used an Aggron, I was excited to use Mega Aggron a lot on my team. And it made mincemeat of all the trainers that I faced in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And especially the fact that it becomes a pure steel type means it only has 2 weaknesses now, that being to fire and ground, which is really cool. And its defensive stat is just amazing. And actually, fun callback back to my very old Pokemon days, like when I was like a kid playing on my Game Boy Advance on Pokemon Ruby. I didn't even know this, but I remember that back when I was playing this game, playing Pokemon Ruby, and had my Aggron in Pokemon Ruby, I was near the Elite Four, and I was training for the Elite Four at Victory Road. And what happened is that I ran into a shiny Larion, which I believe is my first ever shiny in Pokemon history. Like, my very first shiny I've ever collected in all the years I've ever played Pokemon. And it blew my mind as a kid, because I was like, I didn't even think it was a bug neither. I caught it too. I was like, what is this? It looks cool. The colors look a lot more cooler. Its eyes are now red with this greenish blue color. It looks so cool. And like, if you look at right here, this is the shiny version of Aggron, and it looks so cool. Like, that shade of greenish blue and the red eyes is just really cool. I love that. And I eventually caught the Lairon, and then I replaced it. I replaced it with the Aggron I had on my team, evolved that shiny Lairon into a shiny Aggron, and used it to finish Pokemon Ruby when I faced the Elite Four. And oh my god. Like, and that just kind of increases my love for this Pokemon even more, considering the fact that, not that it's just my most favorite Pokemon altogether, but the fact that it's also my very first shiny Pokemon I've ever caught in Pokemon. It's gonna hold a special place in my heart, honestly. Also, there's a lot of comments that I missed. Same, but Sceptile, Lucario, Leafeon, and same. But Sceptile, Lucario, Leafeon, Gliscor are also up there. Ah, nice! Also, wait, are you serious? Your most favorite Pokemon is also Aggron? Because that would be insane. Because this means, like, number one. Because definitely number one for me is Aggron. Especially its Mega Evolution. And honestly, yes. Leafeon, not so much. Well, to me, because we all have our own opinions. Leafeon and Gliscor, I use the Leafeon, but it doesn't work for me. There are better evolutions, in my opinion. I prefer Jolteon, Umbreon. Yeah, I just enjoy Umbreon and or Jolteon more. As for Gliscor, I never actually used a Gliscor, but I absolutely loved Ash's Gliscor back in the anime. It was really cool, had a really cool personality. And I remember it taking down Paul's formidable Drapion. It was so cool. And then as for Sceptile and Lucario, I love Lucario and its Mega Evolution, but Sceptile's up there for me. Like, top 5, top 10. Like, especially its Mega Evolution. Oh, let me tell you, when I played Pokemon Omega Ruby, I chose Sceptile as my starter mainly because I knew that its Mega Evolution turns it into a Dragon type. And especially if I taught mine Dragon Claw, and it sweeped. It sweeped. I loved Mega Sceptile. Yes. Also, for other Pokemon that I have up there, like in my top 5, definitely Torterra and Sceptile are up there for me as well. I also have some really cool favorite Gen 5 Pokemon, like Samurott, Hydreigon. What else? Haxorus is really cool. I love Haxorus. Flygon's really cool. I remember using a Flygon a lot. But yeah. Be right back. I gotta go get lunch. Alright, you enjoy your lunch. My favorite besides Pikachu is the little bolt-headed one. Sorry, I don't remember all the names. Oh, okay. My favorite besides Pikachu. Okay. Is the little bolt-headed one. Are you talking about Electrike? Hold on. I'm going to try to look for a picture. Because, are you talking about... Electrike? Right here. Are you talking about Electrike? Because this is a Gen 3 Pokemon. It's really cool. And if this is what you're talking about, you're going to be glad to know that this Pokemon and its evolution got a Mega Evolution. No? Okay. Trying to look for some more. No, I don't think it would be Boltund. I can't remember. I wouldn't be able to guess. And I don't have all day, so sorry. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Enjoy your lunch. Okay. Well, Aggron isn't my number 1 favorite. Sceptile is. Okay, good. I was gonna say. Yeah, Sceptile is definitely up there for me. Aggron's my number 1 favorite, at least. Torterra is a very close second. Torterra is my most favorite starter in the entire series. I love Torterra. And then Sceptile is really close behind, along with Samurott soon after. No, it appeared in the show in, like, one of the earlier seasons. Oh. Hold on. Because I believe... No, not Mandibuzz. Are you talking about... Electabuzz? Wait, yes, that has to be it. You're talking about Electabuzz, aren't you? Right? Because this is a Gen 1 electric type. It was the one that ate... Oh, ate metal. I don't even know what that is. Onyx? No, he's talking about an electric type. Because he said a bolt head. Bolt-headed one. Because this thing doesn't eat metal. Is it this one? Because this is the only other electric type with a bolt head that I can remember from Gen 1. At the very least. And came in groups. Because it might not be an electric type. You might be thinking of, because a Pokemon that definitely appears a lot, like in groups, is definitely Beedrill. Beedrill's a Pokemon that shows up a lot. No, like nuts and bolts, like bolts. Oh, Magnemite. You mean Magnemite. Oh, I was going to say. This one. You're talking about Magnemite. I was going to say. Yeah. This has to be the only one. Because this is the only one. Yeah, Magnemite. Has to be Magnemite. Because if you're talking about bolts and, like, nuts and bolts, of course. Like, that type of bolts. And, of course, if it's, ate metal and came in groups, I would think this Pokemon. Right here. Because it does come in groups. And its evolution is literally 3 Magnemites. Or Magneton. Yeah, Magneton is the evolution that, you know. No, the yellow nuts and bolts one. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about there. Anyways, we're gonna put that aside for now, cause I can't even guess that. No way. Cause that's the only thing I could have thought of. So, anyways, though, that was question 9. Your favorite Pokemon. Okay, question 10. What's your opinion on dead Pokemon? I don't even know if you can have an opinion on dead Pokemon. Hold on. I'll get you a pick. Okay. Also, hold on. What do you mean my opinion on dead Pokemon? Ninx? And of course Ninx would ask that. My opinion on dead Pokemon? Well, as a regular person, I would say Pokemon don't deserve to die unless they wrong me. Then my opinion on dead Pokemon is I think it's kind of funny that it's kind of become a small trend on my channel whenever I talk about Pokemon-related themes. But as the leader of Team Earth, my opinion on dead Pokemon is absolute. I love dead Pokemon. If they are flying types and of course elude and are against Team Earth, they shall be dead Pokemon. Therefore, my opinion on dead Pokemon as a Team Earth leader, I stand for it. As long as the dead Pokemon defy Team Earth and or enemies of Team Earth, like Team Sky and the flying type Pokemon, which are wretched. Okay. I get too much into character. Would you make a t-shirt that said dead Pokemon? I 100% would. But I don't know how many of you guys would buy it. Like, oh my god. It's Meltan. Oh, and that's not even early. That's not even earlier. That was Meltan is very a lot more recent than you think. That's Pokemon Sun and Moon. And there's a lot more generations way before that. So, yeah. But yes, anyways though. What Pokemon would you eat? Okay. I had enough of this. I had enough of these questions. I'm back, babies! Well, you guys really thought I left over another question revolving Pokemon like that? Ha ha ha! How dare they? Hold on. Sorry, I don't remember the whole show. I DM'd a pic. I don't remember the whole... Oh, okay. I DM'd a pic. And he's leaving. I'm back. in self-promo section. All right, I'll make sure to check it out later. Because I want to get through these questions as fast as I can. Because I've got stuff to do today that I want to do, actually, honestly. So, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, that's it. All right. What Pokemon would you eat? Okay. I wouldn't eat any Pokemon. Honestly. I really wouldn't. Like, honestly. But if I have to answer the question, I guess if there's any one Pokemon that I would eat, or had to eat, I guess the Pokemon I would have to eat is a Miltank, honestly. Because that's pretty much just beef. And honestly, I despise Miltank. Ever since I started Pokemon Heart Gold, I have been traumatized about Whitney's Miltank. And thank God I had a Heracross to deal with it at the time. But God, that thing does not die. And it just waves its nipples around for people to gag at. It's disgusting. Don't like the design at all. So I would be happy to expunge that Pokemon in the name of Team Earth as it defies Team Earth. Dead Pokemon, dead Miltank. Dead Miltank in the chat. Eaten Miltank, dead Miltank. I hate Miltank. A lot of people hate Miltank. A lot of people are traumatized by Whitney's Miltank. That thing doesn't die. It doesn't go down. It really does not. Oh my god. But it's the small version that's my favorite. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Next questions. All right, finally, next person. Okay, 4 questions for you. Who and what inspired you to start your channel? But it's the small version if that's my favorite one. Meltan or Miltank? No, I'm talking about Miltank. What do you mean? I can't even eat Meltan. That thing's metal. Plus, I said beef. Miltank is pretty much just beef. Why would Meltan be beef? Like, it's metal. I wouldn't be able to eat it. If I tried to eat it, I would go, "Hach," and my teeth would be gone. Ugh. Oh, but could you imagine trying to eat a Meltan? Oh my god, that would be horrible. I get it. Who and what inspired you to start your channel? Markiplier. Markiplier inspired me to start my channel. He's a gaming YouTuber, and him playing Five Nights at Freddy's made me he really inspired me to become a YouTuber. And I did start small, but as my videos became a lot more better, like they are to this day, I feel like now I make videos that are at least the level of Markiplier's videos. And now all I need to do is continue what I'm doing, continue my having fun on YouTube, making videos for you guys, my fellow subscribers and friends, and eventually I'll be found. I'll eventually be found by higher YouTubers. I'll eventually get to where I want to be, and of course go beyond and become someone just like Markiplier. Because my dream isn't just to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's actually part 1 of my dream, to become on YouTube. My main dream, my main focus on YouTube is that I want to inspire people. I want to entertain you all. I want to be a channel you guys can come to get away from your daily lives. If it's been a stressful day for you guys or anything like that, I would like you guys to see my channel as a place where you can enjoy my videos and have a good time laughing at my unfortunate events in my games. And of course, listen to me be stupid. Like, be ridiculous, stupid, and hilarious. Because I like to find myself as hilarious. Hush now. Hide, you little ones. A YouTuber known as the Alfonso Nation inspired me to be a YouTuber. He is a Transformers YouTuber. Nice. But yeah, Markiplier has always been my favorite YouTuber. Especially considering that he got me into the FNAF fandom, and I watched him every single day. And, of course, watched him play through Five Nights at Freddy's all the way until up to this day. So, yeah, I just hope to be like Markiplier one day. Well, pretty much every day in high school is a stressful day. I get it. But do at least try to enjoy high school as it is. Well, for how much longer you have high school. Because I can tell you right now. Work is a lot more stressful than school. Trust me when I say, when you become a grown-up, you're gonna miss your school days. I would know. I thought school was stressful and ridiculous too, but now I just honestly just can't stop thinking about the good days at school, hanging out with my friends, and all that stuff. And yeah, but trust me, work is a lot more stressful. Trust me. Anyways, though, rush now into the middle of nowhere. Ninx, no. Singing and laughter will die. No. Sorry, I'm super late. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the live stream. I'm actually, I don't even know. Are these your questions I'm answering? Hold on. Give me a second. No, I don't think it's your questions I'm answering. Hold on. I am going to... No. Oh, it's an N. I'm looking up your channel real quick. I can't tell which is which. Anyways, though. Dreamless Sleep follows the Nowhere King. No! Stop! I don't even know what you're referencing, but if Fusion is saying no, it must be a big deal. So, no! Stop it. Alright, anyways, though. Oh, wait. No, wait. We already answered that. Question 2. I'm starstruck. Okay. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. I can't remember. You guys always change your names and it's so confusing. I mean, no one in my family misses the school days, to be honest. I don't know. Because every now and then I just think about, like, I miss my friends and all that stuff. We had really good times together in school, especially, like, places like NP and stuff like that. Those really cool schools anyways. I'm sorry. Sorry, Star. Wait, did you even ask any questions on my... Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, that's... Hold on. Oh, you didn't. Oh, that sucks. I guess it doesn't matter anyways. I mean, you guys can always ask me questions in the chat as well anyways, so... But anyways, question 2 from Felix. Favorite FNAF game? If I'm going to be subjective and talk about what I believe is the best overall Five Nights at Freddy's game in the series, it's 100% Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I can guarantee you, any of you, that if you ask anyone what the best FNAF fan game is, not their personal favorites, what they think is the best Five Nights at Freddy's game, it's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's 2. It was a sequel. It somehow did better than the first. It's iconic, and just everything flows so well. The mechanics and the gameplay are so much fun and chaotic, and it's a staple in Five Nights at Freddy's. The Five Nights at Freddy's series, honestly. But if I was talking about my favorite FNAF game, like my personal favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game, I'm gonna have to go with Security Breach, honestly. Like, it wasn't as scary as any of the previous games, but it was really colorful, and I like that. And I love the whole different dynamic of the free roam. You pretty much having a camera on you all the time with your map and camera on your Fazwatch. It was truly a unique experience, and I had a lot of fun playing through Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It is definitely my personal favorite Five Nights at Freddy's game. I also love the designs of the animatronics. It also gave me my 2 new most favorite Five Nights at Freddy's characters, that being Glamrock Freddy and Montgomery Gator. Because I love the green color scheme, and it goes really well with yellow, so I really like Monty. And of course, I really like Burntrap's design, and I love the climactic battle at the very end of the canon ending. And of course, I enjoy being right that this is going to be in the video for tomorrow, by the way, of the Ruined DLC. But I'm going to explain how I was right that Five Nights at Freddy's, and this is also spoilers, so don't listen to this if you don't want any spoilers. But Five Nights at Freddy's, the Ruined DLC, does take place right after the canon ending of Security Breach. So I was right, and screw anyone that thought that the game took place after the Princess Quest ending, because that ending is not canon. What is it about the Princess Quest ending that's so good? I don't understand. It's boring. It's a boring... Honestly, I'm sorry. It's a very unpopular opinion, but I truly can't. I truly don't see the hype with the Princess Quest ending at all, and it's probably my least favorite ending in the game, other than the Vanny ending. The Vanny ending's bad. Well, it's all right. Oh no, I mean the bad ending, not the Vanny ending. What am I talking about? Like the bad ending when you just leave. But other than that ending, I truly do not like the Princess Quest ending at all. Like, it is a good homage to back to like the pixelated games, but like I never really understood it. It made no sense to the lore, other than of course it had something to do with having Glitchtrap take over Vanessa, and of course playing the games in order frees Vanessa. But I seriously don't understand the hype behind that. And honestly don't understand why people hate the canon ending. The canon ending is the best ending by far in Security Breach. It is like a climactic battle against the main villain. And I don't care if it takes place not so long. And I don't care if like Afton doesn't get too much screen time. It's still really cool. And definitely has an atmosphere that tells you, oh no, he's back. We need to put him down. And stuff like that. And I really think that's really cool. But yeah. I really disliked everyone thinking, maybe the Ruin DLC takes place after the Princess Quest ending, because that's just stupid. The Princess Quest ending isn't all that good at all. And of course, it doesn't make any sense because that's not a canon ending. The canon ending with Afton has to be what happens before the Ruin DLC. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done ranting with that. Anyways, 3. Favorite food. Soup. Doesn't matter what type of soup. I am a soup person. Any type of soup I'll eat, except for clam chowder. Clam chowder is disgusting. But other than clam chowder, my favorite food is 100% soup. Like any type of soup. Like jambalaya, chicken noodle soup, tomato soup. Chili is kind of like a type of soup, I guess. In my opinion, it is. It's just chunky, but yeah. And if it wasn't soup, I would have to go with pizza and or spaghetti. Like my 3 most favorite foods are soup, spaghetti, and pizza. All of them are extremely delicious, and I love it. Mine is pizza. Yes, who doesn't love pizza? Pizza's not my number 1, but it's top 3. My top 3 favorite foods are pizza, spaghetti, and soup. Soup is my number 1. I eat anything soup related. You will bring joy to the nowhere. Okay, Ninx, you're making no sense. Stop it. Same fusion? Yeah. Also, I'm glad that you guys have stayed this long. And for those who have managed to stay this long on the live stream, I thank you. You guys are truly W-dub subscribers / fans / best friends of mine. You guys are amazing. Anyways, finally for question 4 here. How did you come up with your YouTube channel name? Pineapple Pizza, anyone? Yes! Please read my last if you can. Oh, hold on. Tried, didn't like it. How dare you! Send this man to the brig. What are you talking about? Hawaiian pizza is the best pizza! Other than possibly sausage. I love sausage pizza. But Hawaiian's the best. I disapprove of people disliking Hawaiian. When he sees the light leaving your eye. Oh my god. Anyways, question number 4. How did you come up with your YouTube pineapple pizza? How dare you say pineapple on pizza is a crime? You want to know what crime is? Pepperoni. Pepperoni on pizza is crime. How dare you? Pineapple BBQ pizza. Hey, it's my opinion. It is not an opinion. Well, yeah, it's actually you know what? That is an opinion. But what is an opinion and what is a fact that people do not have the brains to understand is that Hawaiian pizza is supreme! Okay, I'm gonna stop. Pineapple BBQ. Okay, Ninx, you are crossing the line with that one. No, that's disgusting. Barbecue on pineapple pizza, that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Anyways, how did you come up with your YouTube channel name? Honestly, I just came up with it on my own. I'm honestly, like, my channel started as Nico37 Gaming. And the name Nico just came from because it sounds like a lot like my actual name. Like, my name's Nick, and Nico is the closest that sounds to that, but is different. So I'm like, well, Nico will do good. And as for the 37, I was a very big fan of Zaishu37 and his Five Nights at Freddy's animated series, which is really freaking cool, and I love it. And that's where the 37 came from. And gaming, well, I was just gaming. And as time went on, I kind of changed my name a few times. Like, I once changed my name to Ratza Gaming because I wanted to go with something completely different. And what popped into my mind? Ratza Gaming. But then I found out someone else did that, so I went back to Nico and then decided, well, I'm going to change my name to Nico Plays Studios. Like, my name changed to Nico Plays by itself, and then I started a studio server where I have my friends and or subscribers and fan supporters help me make thumbnails, background music things, and of course, end screen art and intros. And then I just came up with the name Nico Play Studios. So, yeah. That's kind of the history of my YouTube channel name. Do you want me to repeat my last? Actually, you know what? Yeah. I tried it once, didn't like it. But I want to try it again to see if taste buds change. Alright. Alright then. But you want to try it again. Alright. I know, right, Andrew? Wait, what do you mean pepperoni on pizza is a crime? It is a crime! I dislike pepperoni. It makes the pizza all greasy and spicy. Pizza is supposed to be creamy and cheesy, with a hint of fruit, which is pineapple. Hawaiian is supreme. Pepperoni's a crime. Okay, I'm getting too deep into my little voice acting. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I completely covered that. All right, here we go. Finally, the next questions. We're an hour and 4 minutes in. All right. Cinnaballs. Number 1, favorite Pokemon / Pokemons. We already answered this before. My number 1 most favorite Pokemon is Aggron. And if I was going to go with my other 5 Pokemon, like my top 5 favorite Pokemon, number 1 is obviously Aggron. Number 2 is Torterra. Very close second. Torterra is really close up there because it's my most favorite starter. Next, I have to go with Sceptile. As for 4, I would have to go with Samurai. I really have a fondness for Samurai. And if I was going to choose a number 5, I need to think about this, actually, because there's a lot of Pokemon. But as for 4, number 1 is, honestly, like, number 1 is Aggron. Number 2 is, Torterra. Number 3 is Sceptile. No, wait, scratch that. Actually, yeah, no, number 3 is, Torterra. Actually, no, I just found out. Number 3 is Drapion. Honestly, ever since I've seen Paul's Drapion in the anime against Ash, I was a Drapion fanboy for life. Paul's Drapion is badass and was a menace to Ash's team. It swept through a lot of his Pokemon. It was really, really cool. I love Drapion, and his design is also real badass. So yeah, if I was going to go with my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time, number 1's Aggron, then Torterra, then Drapion, then Sceptile, and then Samurai. So yeah. Yeah, Nico, this is a Q&A stream, not a Pizza War stream. Facts. Andrew, we can have Pizza War in the Discords. Oh, no. Anyways, number 2, favorite FNAF character. Fish. No, screw Fish. My favorite FNAF character is by far definitely the strongest Five Nights at Freddy's character. And I disapprove of anyone else saying that he is not the strongest FNAF character. I'm going to have to go with, or at least the strongest Five Nights at Freddy's 4 character. I would have to go with Nightmare. Nightmare is my most favorite Five Nights at Freddy's character, mainly because he looks so vicious. And of course, being translucent is really cool. I also love the black, yellow, and red eyes. It really blends together. And just the design of Nightmare is really badass. It's so cool. It's like a menacing force. And he's definitely the strongest Five Nights at Freddy's 4 character. Like, when he appears, he gets rid of Nightmare Fredbear and all the animatronics. That's how strong he is. Like, he is insane. And he's the main antagonist of Zaz Shoot 37's animated FNAF series. So, that's also really cool. And, of course, number 3, as for favorite food. Oh, no, wait, not that. I already answered that. And as for number 3, favorite Geometry Dash level. I can't think of many. I'll probably update later. Okay. So it's been a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's and Pokemon, with of course my favorite food, color, and channel related stuff, and then of course some personal things from Nynx. But finally, the first Geometry Dash related question. Also, welcome, Drami, to the live stream. Glad to see you've made it. Nice. So, as for my favorite Geometry Dash level, not talking about any of the online levels because there's like millions of Geometry Dash levels. So if I was going to separate that and just go to the official 21 Geometry Dash levels and to choose a favorite Geometry Dash level from there, I would have to go with Finger Dash. It is the newest. What's funny is that Geometry Dash's 2.1 update was around 5 to 6 years ago, and that released Finger Dash, which was the newest and is still to this day the newest official Geometry Dash level. And currently, right now, we're waiting. Me and some other Geometry Dash fans are waiting for the 2.2 update for Geometry Dash. And yeah, like it's so crazy. Like the distance between the 2.1 and 2.11 update to the 2.2 update is just crazy. But 2.2 should come out very soon, possibly in August, hopefully. But as for Finger Dash, that came out like a while ago, but it's still the newest official level, and that's why it's my most favorite, because it's the newest. Like it's the only official Geometry Dash level that's close to modernized Geometry Dash levels. Like, I love the use of objects in gameplay. It also introduced a lot of the coolest 2.1 update mechanics to Geometry Dash, like the red and black jump rings, the dash ring, and then, of course, adding the force speed, and, of course, introducing the brand new mechanic of the spider, which is really, really cool. I like it a lot. But, yeah, that's my favorite official Geometry Dash level. All right. All right, getting to the final 3 people. Okay. Starting with my second bestie, Millie. Millie loves cats. La Luka Mu La Vasu Mu La Vaka Mu La Mizma Vaku Mu. Comment! What? Oh, that's okay. You just close the doc. No! If you'd like to show it again, use the docs menu to. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. I accidentally got rid of the tool. Crap. If you'd like to show this again, use the docs menu. Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta pull the chat back up again. Alright. The chat is back. Comment, like, and subscribe, I'm guessing. Alright, so Millie Loves Cats. Who inspired you to start a channel? Okay. Again, I already answered this beforehand, and honestly, I was inspired by Markiplier. He inspired me a lot, and I'm not going to repeat what I said. You guys can just back up in the live stream if you're watching this prior to the live stream ending. So, but yeah, Markiplier inspired me to start my channel, and it became a hobby to me as well. So I just really enjoyed playing, making videos for you guys, and of course I got so much new equipment from then and started getting better at making my videos on YouTube until now, where my videos are now about Markiplier level, which is really, really cool. I'm really happy and proud of myself for that. So yeah, and that's the only question she has. All right, and we're gonna skip Drummy for for now, because she has quite a few, I see, yes, quite a few questions. So we're going to answer the single question here and then finish off the live stream with hers. So we're going to finish off the live stream with a bang. So anyways, what's your favorite animal? I feel like that's obvious. I'm sorry. No, that's fine. We've had others with plenty of questions. Like, honestly, by far, Draw Me, you don't have the most questions. You're very... And actually, you know what? What's crazy is that you're nowhere... You're, like, not even half of the person that asked the most questions. But you did ask the second most amount of questions. The most amount of questions is by Ninx, who asked an astonishing 11 questions. So, you're good, Draw Me. Do not be sorry. Luxray, my child. Alright, so what's my favorite animal? Wolves! Wolves are such cool creatures. I'm honestly really fond of wolves. And yeah, and if I'm not allowed to say any wild animal as my favorite animal, well, actually it just means favorite animal in general, so yeah. My favorite animal is easy. Like, it's wolves. Like, honestly, wolves are really cool animals. I love how they travel in packs. They look really they look gorgeous out in the wild. Like, seeing them hunt, it's like really cool creatures. And of course, my second most favorite animal would be, of course, dogs. My favorite breed of dog being German Shepherds, which is why I have 3 German Shepherds: Goku, Ted, and Gunther. Furry. Yeah, you're a furry too, Ninx. Come on, shut your mouth. Oh. Besides, unlike me, you make art. Alright, well, that's the only question there. Here we go. Play Security Breach. 9! This is a Q&A live stream. Come on. But I will show you guys a little sneak peek, I guess, then. But okay, hold on then. So, hold on. I will show you guys a sneak peek, though. At the end of the live stream, of course. But, the Ruin DLC for Security Breach is out now. Shut it, furry. You shut it, furry. You're a furry. Don't call me a furry. I'm like half furry. I mainly play games. I don't even make art. I just have the mascot. And then the art with them. I'm a Transformer. Yeah, that's right, you are. You are a Transformer. You're a Robo-Man. You do you, I do me, we won't do each other. Probably. That was a good poem right there. Me quoting Markiplier from those old Five Nights at Freddy's videos. Alright, enough of this. Time to get into the big questions here. Because I remember looking at all these questions from you guys like about during my week off, so yeah. Anyways, here we go. Draw Me Dragon is the last. We're ending it off with a bang. She has 5 questions. We have question 1. But first, hold on. Maybe I'll add some more in the next days, but so far, okay. Yeah. Because I remember you edited this. You edited your specific comment, so yeah. Okay, what's your favorite game? Hey, let's go. So if I was going to go, my favorite game. So this is different. This is definitely different from franchise. So my favorite game. You know what? I honestly haven't said this at all yet, but like, I already said what my favorite FNAF game is. I did say what my favorite I did say what some of my favorite Pokemon were. I did also mention what my first Pokemon game was, my favorite Pokemon, and of course, my favorite franchise. And since there's a lot of Pokemon games and a lot of FNAF games, and you didn't say like favorite franchise, I think it's fair to say that I would have to go, like, if we're talking about single game, my most favorite game has to be Geometry Dash. I'm really good at it. I've beaten 162 demons. I'm really talented at it. I'm trying to make my way to the top 100 on the Geometry Dash leaderboard as we speak. I'm in the top 10,000 now. I'm like at 6,000th place, which is really good. Like 6,000 out of a million people, well, a few million people is phenomenal. Like, I made my own little Geometry Dash legacy on Geometry Dash. Like, I've got all the accomplishments done and all that, and I'm just waiting for 2.2 to come out. But of course, if I was gonna go with favorite franchise, it would have to be Five Nights at Freddy's with Pokemon right behind it. But we're talking about single game. It's Jump Dash. I'm really good at it. I'm not a furry, or at least I don't consider myself one. I consider myself half a furry because I'm interested in the art, and I have my own have my own mascot. But other than that, I'm not like a full-fledged furry. Like, I don't plan on ever really wearing any fursuits or anything like that. That's not me. It also looks kind of uncomfortable to me, honestly. But I am at least half furry, so. Alright, question 2. You're having an OC, right? You have like a backstory. How you came up with your OC. Like, where did the idea come from to make an OC? That is interesting. Because, honestly, I actually don't even know where I got the idea to come up with an OC. Because, like I said earlier in the live stream, my old mascot used to just be Funtime Freddy, mainly because Funtime Freddy was my favorite FNAF character at the time, until I made my own OC. I found an OC creator app thing on my phone. I made an OC on animatronic wolf that's blue and green with a weird brown hair for some reason. And the moment the first friend or artist made my OC come to life after I made an OC on the app, that was it. That was my OC right there. A blue and green wolf with red cheeks. And I loved it. Like, blue and green's my most favorite colors. So I'm like, I'm gonna make my OC blue and green. The red cheeks were just a thing because the toy animatronics, of course, the Funtime animatronics as well. So yeah, and as time went on, there was a lot of different changes between my OC and now. Considering the fact that I got rid of the red cheeks. I started adding new things like the rainbow bandana to a rainbow hoodie. And that's when I started actually making backstory for my OC. Like, there's about 10 whole chapters of my OC. Each of them having their own main focus and villain in it. So, like, which was really cool. And it was kind of like a story of how Nico came to terms with figuring out that he's half animatronic. And he has to deal with this. He has to learn that. And that he has magnificent powers that he learns that he has these special powers because of a rock from space called Element 115, and where scientists, aka Fazbear scientists, use the power from this to create Nico. Well, create Nico's dad, which was a failed experiment as he was pure evil, unleashed chaos on the world, giving Fazbear Entertainment a bad name, as they had to completely skim that idea, and then Nico's evil dad just kind of disappeared. He was taken to the Citadel, though, to a space prison called the Citadel, which is notorious for the galaxy's craziest villains, because he did quite some destruction on the planet. So he was like sent to the Citadel, a space prison, and no one knew what happened to him. So the Fazbear scientists, of course, So the Fazbear scientist who made him decided to ditch the ideas in a journal that soon William Afton and Jeremy would find. And Mike would find after, like a few years afterwards, and restart all these tests and and all that. So they end up making Nico from the last bits of the power from Element 115, which gave him his power. And as he started more as a soulless machine until that he was sent out into the world as a project by William Afton and Mike, as he was not meant to return back to any of the Fazbear locations. And with that said, he met Maddie and started developing different emotions and a personality for himself, which was also thanks to Element 115, giving him the ability to kind of grow and learn. as he then eventually got a job at Freddy Fazbear's as William Afton and Mike, along with the newly hired Jeremy, who was a part of helping them, they can allow this. He was not meant to return, as it was not part of his programming, as they had to then end Nico, where they're the main enemies of season or chapter 1 of Nico's backstory. And of course, as things went on, things got more and more crazy. Like, his design starts changing. Like, he has a different design for every single season, because he keeps changing. And I can actually show that, right? Because I should have a, because it even shows the different versions in his ref that I have made for him. I need to find said ref, though. Where is the ref? That's also, yeah, this is also the ref, this is the ref of his future self. So, like, there was an old, because I had an old future, design for Nico. I eventually ended up scrapping it. And then later, this is recently, like a few months ago, I had my friend German make this as a new future version of Nico. A time skipper who's over 1,000 years old, considering the fact that he's half animatronic and doesn't really age. So, yeah. And you can see it all right here. Nickname is Hit. He's over 1,000 years old. And he has no sexuality, but he's also has the ability to time skip. And he is a whopping 8 feet, 8'4". And of course, there's some more stuff here. If you guys are willing to pause the live stream and read this real quick. If you guys can even read it. I don't know if you guys can read it. But the other refs should be somewhere in the community posts anyways. So, yeah. And I'm trying to find his ref. Nico's ref. There it is. And yeah, every season has a different form of Nico. So, like, season 1, where the enemies were Michael Afton, William Afton, and of course Jeremy. This is how he started with his rainbow scarf. And then in season 2 is completely different, where he travels to Jolly Entertainment, which he finds out that Jolly Entertainment was somehow associated as a business rival to the Freddy Fazbear's. And you can see his eye starting to get corrupted, as it's an endo eye that turns yellow, and he wears a rainbow hoodie for this season, along with season 3 and onwards until season 6. And as you can see, his eye turns red in season 3, because he starts losing his anger, as season 3 is kind of like a FNAF 3 season for him. Like, he finds out that William Afton's alive as Springtrap, and has to finish him off for good. And summoning a greater power in order to have to finish Springtrap, his eye turns red as he loses control of his power, ending William Afton's life, along with burning down the place. And then season 4 is when things get meta, as his evil version, as he does have an evil version of himself, released from his body, which turns his eye back to normal, which is why his eye was deteriorating in the first place, turning from yellow to red. That's because that's his evil side coming out, as Nico's both a good and bad side, as there are plans of, because back when his father was created, his father is pure evil, but they did have ideas to make a mother for him who was purely good. But they never made his mother, as they scrapped that and just went along with making Nico, who is a culmination of the two. He has a bad and good side, where his evil side is expunged from his body, is strong enough to leave his body, and becomes the main enemy of season 4. And so Nico versus evil Nico for season 4. And so they find a way to trap evil Nico back into his body, which is why in season 5 his eye is back to normal. Back to the red. As Nico's still inside of him, watching through the eye. As also something I missed, in season 2 he did gain a new friend in the Metalionette, and this is Maddie, a friend of his who he, met in season 1, who helped him grow his personality. And then as for season 5, is his journey to the Citadel, as he learns about his father and tries to find a way to get to the Citadel, a space prison, which holds the galaxy's strongest or most evil people. So like he must do something to get their attention as he releases Evil Nico from himself and has a fight with them that causes much destruction to the point that Evil Nico is taken to the Citadel and Nico follows in order to find his dad and get to meet him, as he didn't know that he was evil in the first place. He ends up releasing his dad as Evil Nico's actually killed off by a guardian, which there are 4 guardians that guard the Citadel. So he is quickly killed off as Nico has to as Nico ends up having to save his well, not save his dad, but like try to keep his dad with him, as his dad wants nothing to do with him, considering the fact that he's good and that Nico's dad is evil. So he tries to escape through a wormhole from one of the other prisoners there, who is a warp master. Nico tries to stop him, but can't, as he loses his arm in the process of trying to pull him away from the black hole. His arm gets torn off and they escape, which is why he has no right arm. Like his cause this is his modern, like his up-to-date form. Not his future form, but his up-to-date form. And eventually, and heading into the portal with his friends to get back to the real world, they are separated between 2 wormholes after leaving the Citadel, as Nico is quickly sent into this apocalyptic world, or world where he makes friends with the toy and regular FNAF 1 animatronics. And of course, this is when the story gets highly inspired by Zashki's story, in that there's a traitor among them, yada yada yada. That traitor is helping Nightmare to get out. He manages to get out, creates his Nightmare animatronics, and then in Nico's fight with them, he gets scratched in the face and then loses his eye. No, he just loses his eye. As he loses his arm again, as the animatronics help them repair his arm, but then when Nightmare was released, he loses his arm and his eye. And then, yeah, apocalyptic stuff happens while Nico has to witness his new friends die off, trying to keep him and a small few alive. That being him, Toy Chica, Withered Bonnie, Phantom Freddy, and of course, his friend. Hold on. I'm trying to remember. And I think that's. Oh yeah, and they find out about Scrap Trap as well, who's alive and does join them in the future, as Nico also had Monev. Like it's a lot to actually explain about, but of course I'm explaining it the best I can. And Monev is someone he actually met. Well, not really met, but like became a part of him after the Citadel incident, as he fell into the water after getting his arm torn off. And what happened is that Monev is a part of not a virus, but like a parasite that was hidden inside the stem of the object that his dad was trying to escape on. It makes contact with his arm and gains consciousness and lives within his body and manufactures itself as Monev, as now he has this new form living inside of him, which can take control of him, which increases his strength and increases his size. So, and takes over him. So, yes. And as time went on in the future, he kind of fuses himself with Nico's head and he becomes crazy. Just like Scrap Trap. Him and Scrap Trap go a little crazy, but are still able to help Toy Chica, Phantom Freddy and Withered Bonnie help to stop Nightmare and his Nightmare army. As facing off against one of his elite army Nightmare animatronics, he gets scratched in the face and loses his ear. And he also gets a cape and of course his belt with binoculars, which is his Nightmare apocalyptic wait, hold on. So this is his season 6's Nightmare apocalyptic appearance, which is his up-to-date appearance now, not talking about the future version of himself. So of course, at the end of season 6, he ends up defeating Nightmare with I'm trying to remember. There's a lot of it without actually reading inside my notebook, but he ends up defeating Nightmare using a sword that was made that's able to kill Nightmare, because Nightmare is immortal and has an orb of infinite power that only a sword that they've managed to create called the the Soul Sword is able to actually kill him and destroy this infinite object. And after killing him is when season 7 starts. And this is kind of his appearance for the rest of, well, not really the rest of the seasons, but you guys will figure out what I mean. So a while in the future, after Maddie is gone and Nico has his son, as he has his ear and arm replaced, or well, fixed, but he still has his scar and his eye gone because he was only able to repair his ear and arm. Manev is now disappeared because he is no longer a part of Nico, as he's no longer insane through a lot of mental help and restoration or something like that. Recovery, yes. In mental recovery, Manev just eventually fades away from fusing into his brain and is just gone. Nico is finally alone in his body and is able to live his life. Until, of course, the creator of Element 115, which gives Nico his powers, arrives in the form of the Shadow Man, who wants to corrupt the world. So, with that said, yeah, it gets really crazy here that he corrupts the world, turns every non-furry living creature on the planet, because the Nico's world is a coexisting world of anthropomorphic animals and, of course, humans. The Shadow Man corrupts all the humans with Element 115, or a corrupted version of it, turning them all into zombies, and this is kind of like a zombie arc now, as Nico finds soldiers, 3 soldiers named Nikolai, Takeo, and Dempsey help him defeat the zombie scourge and get to the Shadow Man, and end up defeating the Shadow Man, as the Shadow Man uses this orb of infinite power, which is fixed by him, and Nico's no longer to use his powers after they defeat the Shadow Man, because the Shadow Man is the creator of the Element 115 power. So after they end up defeating the Shadow Man, Nico loses most of his powers, but does still have the power to levitate from the ground. Of course, he still has some of his super strength and durability, being half animatronic. But he no longer can do any super, but he can no longer, actually, I completely forgot the powers he can't do anymore. He can't stretch his arm anymore. He can't do that. He used to be able to do that with Manev. And, his powers are just greatly weakened. And, the only powers he keeps is his power to fly, and of course his durability and strength. And that's really it. Until season 8, which takes place in the far future, when he's 1,000 years old, of course, where he now has this time skip power that he developed himself, which is a very rare skill. And this is when we get into the whole expansion of his universe, or like universes, as I'm not gonna get too much into it, actually. Just know that season 7 season 8 takes place in the far future. He has time skip abilities. Earth is very technological now. Like they have access to their galaxy now and go to multiple different planets and stuff like that, and kind of just spread out their society. And now we're kind of like at a Star Wars like world now. And yeah, Nico becomes the most famous assassin, also known as Assassin Hit, which is his nickname, and is the most legendary assassin in his universe, and no one's ever escaped his reach, as he's the most famous and most powerful assassin in the entire 5th universe, as there are now introductions of multiple different universes. His universe being the 5th universe, as the main course of season 8 is that he is invited by his god of destruction, or well, his demon king, which demon kings are the rulers of specific universes with their angel-like assistants, and that he was invited by his demon king in the form of Belmod, who invites him to a fighting tournament against the seventh universe, and that the fifth and seventh universe have their no, not the seventh, the eighth universe, because sometimes I forget. So like, yeah, the fifth and eighth universe have their tournament, and yeah, that's pretty much just the plot of season 8, and then finally season 9, we have of course the multi-universal tournament chapter, where now there's going to be a multi-tournament concerning all 12 universes, and that each universe that loses in this tournament and is eliminated will be expunged and erased from the universe, or well, the multiverse. So meaning that if Nico fails, like his team loses, his entire universe gets erased. And I haven't actually finished this season yet, like writing down the season. But once I do, I'll let you guys know about it. And yeah. And up until this point, that's pretty much Nico's entire, like, his entire backstory. Like, without getting into anything too major or anything like that. That's pretty much just the fastest rundown of his, that is the fastest rundown of, Nico's entire backstory as it is, from seasons 1 all the way to season 9. And of course, season 10. Season 10 is not really a season 10 of Nico's backstory. And it's, in fact, kind of like a spin-off in a way. Which is a spin-off, by the way. Which I'm not going to go too much into it, but I'm going to say that Season 10 is more like a spin-off story in that, and I'm not going to spoil too much of this. All I'm going to say is that my idea for this spin-off is that it's going to be Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach themed, like inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and that what takes place in this specific spin-off is that a human version of my OC, along with a friend of his, a girl, as little kids, get trapped in the Pizzaplex, befriend Glamrock Freddy, and have to escape Vanity's reach, and of course learn the secrets of the Pizzaplex. And then there's a very special ending at the end where I'll have them end off defeating Vanny, burning down the entire Pizzaplex, and get to escape with Funtime Freddy. My persona, which I'll be naming, of course, Nico, and then a friend of his, a female human character, which I'm not going to go into yet, because that's still kind of, I still need a female persona to get into that with, but I do know that I want a female persona to act as another antagonist and friend of Nico through this spin-off, and that these two escape with Funtime Freddy as a portal opens up outside as secretly as Nico, aka Furry Nico, from season 7. Season 7 comes out from the portal with Toy Chica, and then of course Dempsey as hold on. I'm trying to remember. But then the end of that spinoff, I plan on having Nico and his friend, and then of course Glamrock Freddy escaping. Then a portal opens with Furry Nico from season 7 coming out of said portal with Toy Chica and Takio as they need Nico, like Persona Nico and his friend and Glamrock Freddy's help to end a time lapse. As there is a paradox going on with this different type of multiverse in Nico's timeline. And they come to this spin-off to bring Nico and his friend and Glamrock Freddy to the season 7 to to end this paradox once and for all, to end this backstory for Nico in extra said season 11, or like a split off. No, as more of a split off season 7, a split off where one of them ends seasons as one of the split offs ends season 7 and Nico's backstory entirely, as the other split off ends up going to season 8 and 9 with the Universal Sagas with future Nico, which is my plans for the DLC, well, not DLC, but the spin-off season 10 series for Nico's backstory. And yeah, as of right now, that's my entire backstory for my OC, and of course for a future spin-off series, spin-off backstory for season 10. Whew. And yeah, that, I don't think that had much to do with the actual question. I know that's a question you asked me, right? And that, well, there's your answer. But yeah, what was it again? You have an OC, yes. You have like a backstory, how you came up with your OC. And yes, that pretty much explains all of it, really. Like, where do you get the idea to make an OC? And I already explained that too, so. Yeah, hopefully that answers your question. It's a lot. It's a huge mouthful. But that took a lot of time to get out of my mouth. And try to explain as simplest as I tried to explain it as simple as possible, that you would understand it as good as you possibly can. Yep, and I really enjoy listening. Nice, thank you so much. Hold on. Not done yet. You still got some questions to answer, but I did miss a lot of the chat because I was trying to explain all this as fast as possible. I'm gonna make more art of you eating Magikarp. I don't care if you hate seafood. Oh my god. No, Ninx! What have you done? Oh no. Gosh dang it, Ninx. Ninx, you're such a prank. Gosh darn it, Ninx. If you guys were a Transformer, what would you transform into? I would transform into a 1977 Chimera and a helicopter. Honestly, I would turn into a helicopter and or Lamborghini, because that's really freaking cool. I'm gonna make, well, okay. And then, of course, draw me. Damn, that sounds so cool. Please tell me if you post the chat, there's someone. I want to read it. Nice. I should do that, though. As community posts, I should, give chat. Well, they would be really long community posts. But it would still be really interesting, though. So, yeah. I may do that in the future. It just depends on how I feel, Because it's a lot. And there's a lot I didn't even go through when I was just talking about it. I was just trying to explain it as simple and fast as possible. Like the simplest way to do. So, yeah. Wow, wait, there's so much story. Yes, there is. Those were binoculars. Yes, those were binoculars. Well, what did you think they were? That's so much nice story. Love it. Thanks. I'm so glad you got a real good kick of it. I'm glad that you did. So, yeah. And, of course, you got to see the different designs of the Nikos via the seasons. And, of course, present Nico and future Nico for seasons 8 and 9. And if you don't know what my persona is going to be the main protagonist, along with a female antagonist for the spin-off season 10. So yeah. Yo, oh wait. Love your Sona. Thank you so much, Luxshine. You're the best. All right, and of course, hold on. Here we go. All right, okay. Number 3. Guess it's already been asked, but why did you start YouTube? I already answered that twice, and I think you got here when I answered it again, I think. And I'm just gonna say it again really shortly. I mainly just started YouTube because I thought it would be fun to make videos for you guys, play games, and show that off. And yeah, it just kind of became a hobby, and I was inspired by Markiplier to start my own gaming channel. And yeah, you'd be surprised with what I started with. I used to make videos on my phone and made videos in the neighborhood and all that. And of course, as the years went by, I started getting new equipment and got to the point right now where I feel like I'm making videos that are equal to that of Markiplier's videos. So, yeah. That's pretty much that. But that's pretty much why I started YouTube. I thought it would be fun. It is fun making videos for you guys. And I honestly swear to God, love seeing all you guys' reactions to my videos, and of course, uh, your comments down below. I enjoy comments the most, and yeah, I enjoy you guys supporting and all that. It's really nice. It's a really nice experience, like positive experience. There could be some negative experiences, but I try to pay attention to the positive experiences, which is why I continue to stay on YouTube, honestly. And I'm halfway towards my dream of 1,000 subscribers, so yeah. All right. Number 4, how did you get the idea to start YouTube? I think I kind of answered that already too, so I'm going to skip that one. And then finally, number 5, you made the intro yourself. No, that was actually, funny fact, that was made by some random bumbo that just was making intros for different YouTubers. Like, there's just, because it's kind of weird. Like, if you look up some names on YouTube and then look up intro, there will be quite a few intro things that you'll see. And I kind of just copied one of them, and I now use it as my own intro because I don't see any other YouTuber named Nico use an intro like this. So technically speaking, it kind of belongs to me now, considering that the person made it for a person named Nico. No one else is using it but me, so I guess. So yeah, I never made it myself. It's just some kind of random person on YouTube made it. I saw it. I saw that no one else is using it, so I kind of just use it. And yeah, that's my intro. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it is kind of cool. And it's convenient because I would like to have a more unique, you know what I mean? Like, because the intro I use is it's kind of like one of those old type of intros. And I would like to modernize my intro and make it more me themed, like more OC themed, if you know what I mean. But I would need a friend and or animator / artist to make me one. So yeah, if you know anyone or are willing to help with making me my own brand new intro, I'm all for it and would really appreciate it. But if not, then I would have to kind of look for someone else. But I'm not saying that it's something I'm trying to look for now, but it's definitely something I may think of in the future, like looking for an amazing friend or a cool animator that I really enjoy watching. Try to see if I can persuade him to make me a brand new intro featuring my OC. And yeah, honestly, like I know I'm just thinking about it, and I'm thinking it'd be extremely cool. Like, honestly, but yeah. Also, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, more ideas. I was about to say. Oh yeah, that was the edit. Okay. It wasn't even an edit. It was a extra. Okay, it was an extra comment. All right, I'm so glad I actually pressed more on that. But yeah, honestly, I would like to change my intro with something more animation like with my OC. But yeah, I would need an animator for that though because I can't animate, let alone draw. I can't even draw. Okay, so what was the first game you played? That is difficult. If you're talking about on YouTube, I think it was a Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it was a Five Nights at Freddy's. No. The first game I played on my channel, I think, was Geometry Dash. And as for my first game I've ever played in my entire life, I don't know. I think it'd have to be a PlayStation game or possibly Pokemon Ruby. I'm not sure at all. I can't answer that. That'd be like a long time ago. But yeah. Number 7. What was the first console you had for playing? Or did you first have a PC? No. Actually, PC is the last thing I ever owned. I owned a lot of consoles before I even owned a PC. I even owned a laptop before trading it in for a PC. And as for my first ever console, growing up, I had a PlayStation 2. And then I had a Wii. And then a Game Boy. So, a Game Boy Advance. So, yeah. Number 8, saw some refs of your OC. Why are there cables out of his ear or arm? As I kind of explained when I was talking about his backstory, the answer to that is he's half animatronic. So his arm being torn off, the wires just show out because he's half animatronic, half wolf. And then his ear is also kind of wired. So like, yeah. He's half animatronic. That's kind of the answer to that. Maybe I'll open commissions and stuff in the future, but for right now, I have too many own ideas. Sorry, but there are many animators out there. Yes, there are, and I'll eventually find someone. And if you did open commissions in the future, I would like to. I honestly, if you did open commissions in the future, I would honestly definitely wait for that probably because I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely fond of your art style. Your art style is probably my favorite. It just looks so freaking cool. I love your art style. And especially your late, like your late uploads, your uploads lately have just been phenomenally badass. Like that one fight scene with your nose bleeding, and then of course your whatever evil version you have of yourself. That's so freaking cool. Like, oh my god. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It's the truth. Yeah, backstory and stuff is now explained. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But if I don't end up just waiting for commissions and stuff in the future and have you just make me I'll probably just look for someone else. But yeah. Number 8, saw some wrestling. Oh wait, no. Number 9, backstory of your OC. The final question is the question I answered already. It is actually quite literally just asking the backstory of my OC, which I already gave you. So, yeah. The last 2 questions were kind of answered already by me explaining the backstory kind of ahead of time. So, yeah. Saw your OC's ref, saw cables, wider cables. He's having a truck, explained that when I explained the backstory, and of course, backstory of your OC, I already explained, so. Yeah, that's all the questions I have for here, so that's really cool. If you guys have any final questions for me, let me know in the chat below. Because if not, I'm just gonna give you guys my what I said just now, what I said earlier, and that is to give you guys a little sneak peek at the Ruin DLC and where I'm at before I actually, before I actually release the video tomorrow. So yes, you guys will be getting a sneak peek to the Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin DLC. Because I wanted to show you guys, because I'm honestly hyped for it. It's really interesting and cool. And I just want to show you guys where I'm at right now. And what the game looks like now that it has this stuff to it, you know? I just noticed that I asked it 2 times. Oh, okay. Coolness. Ooh. But yes. Like, I've already started, there we go. Because I've already started, I've already made my first video on the Ruin DLC. And I guess I'll tell you guys ahead of time that my FNAF Ruin DLC videos are going to be around 20 to 40 minutes long, just because I don't want to waste your guys' time and I want to get through as much of the Ruin DLC as possible, considering the fact that I don't know how long the DLC is going to be. But I did play Security Breach already. Now we can play Ruin. And as it says right there, warning, we recommend completing Security Breach first for the best narrative experience, which I already have on this channel. And I have a Five Nights at Freddy's playlist in the, description below. Well, I don't think I have one in the description below, but I have a Five Nights at Freddy's playlist that you guys can check out and watch my Security Breach playthrough if you guys haven't seen it. But this is something I realized before. There are chapters. I started 2 profiles, by the way, because I wanted to get ahead just so I can be prepared for the next video. And profile 1 is gonna be my video ideas. So like my videos. So like when I made the first video, I was using profile 1. And I'll tell you guys ahead of time, I'll be posting my first Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach video. I'll be giving you guys my first ever Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin DLC video tomorrow at 12 o'clock my time. So yes, you guys will be getting it Wednesday on my normal upload schedule. And yeah, I already played a bit ahead of time, just so I can see what's ahead of me for the next video. So yeah, and I also, again, like I said, I realized that there's chapters. Like, it doesn't even tell me where the chapters are. It just says chapter here. This was chapter 2 before. And I'm not going to spoil too much. This is just a sneak peek here. So, yeah. And as you guys can tell, the music's already a little glitchy as well, as there's this new background. And now you can choose chapters too. So like there's chapter 1, 2 locked. So I can either chapter select or just continue from where I started, which is really cool. So if I went to profile 2, I have chapter 3 here. I got chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then a locked one. So yeah, that's cool. So I can also delete a file as well. So I'm gonna go to chapter 1, well, chapter 2, profile 1. Press continue and show you guys where I'm at right now as a sneak peek before you guys see the first video tomorrow. Also, the loading screen is different too. You can tell it's like run down and everything. Gregory is trapped in a Pizzaplex. Only you can save him.
No way. I walked through a big screen and now I'm in Superstar Daycare? No way this is real. That screen was there before I looked at the camera. I swear.
Nothing to worry about. Everything appears to be perfectly normal. You must be seeing things. This is the Ruin DLC. Well, around chapter 2, that is. This is where I left off in the video. This is where I ended the video. And there was a lot of stuff that it throws at you, such as this. And if you look to the right, you can, it's a Vanny mask. So I was wrong about it being a Roxy mask, because I had a theory that Roxy would be helping us in this game. But yeah, the light has infinite power now. But with it having infinite power, when you turn it on, it takes a while to turn back on. And now we have the Vanny mask, which lets us see like this. And I'm not going to spoil too much, but there's extra stuff that you can do, but you have to use the Vanny mask to do so. Do things. There's a wall here that you can go through, but you have to wear the mask to get through it, which is really creepy. And this is also something I learned when I went ahead of the game, is that you can deactivate these things. As long as you're wearing the Vanny mask, you can deactivate these things. So yeah, I'm not going to go ahead of time because that would be spoilers, but this is the first teaser that I'm giving you guys for the Ruin DLC. And at least from what I've played so far, it's really cool, it's really interesting, and I can't even hide my entertainment for playing this game. I can't wait to continue this game even further from here. But yes, you guys will get your first video tomorrow at 12 a.m. Well, not 12 a.m., but tomorrow at 12 o'clock my time in the middle of the day. So yeah, and that's pretty much going to end the live stream. So thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for your questions. Like, honestly, yeah, you guys are gonna get your first ever Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruin DLC video tomorrow at 12 on Wednesday. So hopefully this teaser was really exciting for you guys to see, because I'm really excited to show you guys this ahead of time for now and see where I'm at. So to get you guys really hyped for tomorrow, I cannot wait to play more of this DLC, because so far I'm enjoying it. Like, no bugs to be found either. Like, it's really well done. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been your teaser. I've answered all of your questions. Thank you guys so much for your questions, and yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's video upload, which will be my first Ruin DLC video, part 1. So yeah, hold on, give me a second here. I'm not that big of a FNAF fan, but not gonna lie, I can't wait to see the vid. Nice. But yeah, have a good day. You too. No, don't leave. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. I'm sorry. But I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. Have a great day and or night. And I will see you guys in the next video stream and or post. Later, Gators. Later, Gators.